What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So I was looking through my analytics, and most of the people that spend time with me every day are going to be men between the age of 25 and 45. So, this video is for you guys, right? So getting good with money earlier in your career, okay? So, this is probably going to be more targeted towards CCAs and people in the earlier steps. However, take what you want and leave the rest, right? So story time. When I was a CCA, before I started this career, I had a 2014 Nissan Altima. Okay, it was practically paid off. I think I owed $6,000 on it. And I was a CCA for probably a year, and I started making great money because I was working all the overtime I could. Then one day on my non-scheduled day off, I walk up and said, you know what? I want a Mercedes. So I went to the dealership. I traded in my my Nissan. They offered me $14,000. I had equity in it because I only owed $6,000. I got a loan from a credit union with no money down. Total, I increased my debt overnight. Okay, I got that car. Unfortunately, I did total it last month on December 16th. I was going through a lot last month, peak season, working hard. Then I crashed my car. It's a lot, life happens. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I wasted a lot of money with that car, right? Getting your financial situation squared off in the beginning of your career could be worth millions of dollars by the time you retire, okay? But getting right with money is the most important part, right? So, right, spending money outside every day, okay? I'm guilty of it, okay? Now, I get it. We want coffee. We want lunch. We want to be out here. At least for myself, I'm going to speak for myself. I live by myself, okay? I don't have a family, so I don't really purchase groceries, okay? That's red flag number one. In order to get right financially, especially in the beginning of your career, you got to meal prep, okay? Now, I got to meal prep. Let me speak for myself, okay? If I want to be financially free, I'm going to have to meal prep, okay? So what does lunch cost? Okay, so lunch costs about $15 a day. If you do the math, you multiply that by, let's say, 150 days, because we're not necessarily out here for 365 days. Anyway, let's just say you spend $2,000 a year on lunch. Now, let's say you buy coffee. Let's say you spend $5 a day. I don't know the numbers because I'm just talking out my butt over here. But let's say it's $1,000 a day, a year for coffee. That's $3,000 gone, okay? The thing about these small purchases is that we never see them, okay? It's just consistent purchases that we're comfortable doing, so we don't see all our money going away. So the easiest solution will be, if I want to save money, let me stop spending it, right? To a certain extent, but there's only about so much you can cut, before there becomes another issue. But let's stick with cutting. Okay, subscriptions. How many of us are guilty of having multiple subscriptions? We have Hulu, we have Netflix, we have Stars, we have Disney Plus, we have HBO Max. Okay, how often do we watch those things? Okay, if I'm being honest with you, I have Hulu, I have Disney Plus, and I have Netflix, and I have Stars, right? To be honest, if I do watch anything, it's only going to be Netflix, right? Why do I have the other ones? Well, because I got it at a good promotional price and I'm still grandfathered in. Well, you know what? That's BS, because at the end of the year, $10 a month times 12 is $120, okay? So now if you have 4 subscriptions at $120 a year, that's $480, okay? Now, that's $500 extra gone. Plus, already we are what? $3,000 on food, outside food. All right, so now let's think harder. If you have a car, think about your insurance company, right? So a lot of people are loyal to these companies, right? I'm not loyal. You know why I'm not loyal? Because if I don't have the money one month to pay one of these companies, what are they going to do? They're going to cancel my subscription, or they're going to send me a notice, or they're going to send me to collections. So therefore, I'm loyal to nobody, okay? It's business at the end of the day, okay? If I can save $20 a month, okay, by switching my car insurance, well, guess what? $20 a month, that's $240 a year.
Hi, would you take care of that?
Thank you. Have a great day, partner.
How many times do you come here?
Once a day.
Once a day?
Yes,
How long
sir.
do you stay here?
Oh, no, I do 15 minutes. That's what it takes me to do the street, then I go to the next
street.
street.
You again.
Yes, all right, thank you. All right, guys, customer service, that's what it's all about. If I can save $20 a month, okay, that's $240 a year I'm saving, and that's just on car insurance. What else can I do to cut back? Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but we could check our living situation. Sometimes we're living in an apartment that we can't afford, and today, if you do have something that your grandfathered in and it's relatively cheap, we'll keep it. But if you're paying $2,000-$3,000 to live in a downtown apartment and you live in a big metro area, you might want to think about moving in with a roommate, or having 2 or 3 roommates, and cut that cost down, right? So what are we doing here? At this point, we're cutting money, right? But even after you start eating rice and chicken every day and beans, you know, there's but so much you could cut, right? So my next tip, right, is going to be the most important thing, is have that hustle mindset. All right, guys, you can make YouTube videos like this. Okay, to be honest, I'm just going to be 100% honest. If you make YouTube videos, you can make anywhere from $2 to $3 a video. Okay, you're not making hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not true. It's not what you see on the internet, right? But you know, the most important thing is being genuine, right? Because if no one watches your videos, you ain't gonna make no money. And don't do it for the money, right? Ultimately, it can be alternate income, but it's not much, right? You make videos because it's something you love to do, right? But what else you could do? You can have that hustle mindset, right? A lot of people buy stuff and resell it. You know what I do? I tend to sell a lot of stuff I don't use, right? For example, I got a MacBook Pro. Okay, it's a phenomenal laptop. I bought it to make videos, but you know what? I'm not making those kind of videos right now. I'm not making podcast style videos because I see that you guys like these phone videos, so I do it this way, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell that computer. That's $2,000 back into my pocket, right? Then if I need it at another date, well, you know what? I could get a cheaper one, an older one, for a cheaper price. Okay, guys. So what else can we do? Let's think about more hustle mindset, right? I mean, I'm not into the whole furniture flipping, but if that's what you want to do it. Selling Jordans, I mean, that's out right now. No one's really buying sneakers. But one thing you could do that's highly underrated, and I do every single day because I have a goal, right? I have a goal to make $27.49 a day. And if I can make $27.49 a day after I work 8-hour day plus 2 or 3 hours of overtime, that $27.49 is an extra $10,000 a year. Okay, so how do I make an extra $30 a day? It's simple. I do DoorDash. Okay, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you're gonna put all these miles in your car, you're gonna have oil, you're gonna have tires. Well, guess what? I had a beautiful car. I had a 2017 Mercedes E300, and I refused to put miles on it, and I took care of it, and I did the $1,000 oil changes, and I put the $1,000 tires on it, and I did all that, and I refused to make money with it. And at the end of the day, I totaled it, and it's still a liability, right? So that car made me absolutely no money, and it's still costing me money, right? So you know what? A car is a car is a car, okay? Maybe you don't buy an expensive car, but if you got a jalapa, if you got a 5, 6, 7-year-old car, you know what? Run it to the ground. You know what? If you could get a little $2,000 car, get that. Get a 1996 Honda Accord, get a Toyota Corolla, get a 2005, I don't know, Nissan Sentra, right? But just get something that's going to cost you a little bit of money to invest in making more money, right? Like I said, $27.49 a day, that's 10 G's a year. Don't forget, you got to put aside your taxes and all that. But you know what? You're going to use the money as it comes, okay? Taxes are taxes. We're going to pay them eventually. And what I do is at the end of the year, when tax season comes, I just hustle and grind harder. If I know I got to pay $3,000 in taxes, well, you know what? I'm going to go do DoorDash to make $3,000 real quick, and I'll pay the taxes that way. And you know what? The tax is always in the rear, so you always got time to earn the taxes. You know when taxes due is April 15th, so you get the money right. Anyway, guys, right? So half of the battle of getting financially right is going to be your mindset, okay? Understanding living with less is going to equal more in the future. The second part of getting financially right is understanding that you might have to make a little bit more, okay? If you make $70K at the post office, that's fine. But if you can make an extra $10K doing something else, that's phenomenal. If you can make $100 making videos, that's great. If you could write essays for somebody for $25 an essay, that's fine. You know what it is? It's the hustle mindset. It's being financially free one day by sacrificing today. And quite frankly, you know, I just turned 33 years old yesterday, and I'm just on fire right now, guys. Like, I am really on fire. And I know this video is not going to be for everyone, but if you are interested, I definitely appreciate you having that hustle mindset. Because ultimately, guys, I don't want to, you know, wake up one day and be 55, 60 years old and say, you know what, wow, I finally got enough money to retire. Then I retire and I die 2 years later. You know, that's not what I want. I want to be able to make the right decisions today to live a better life tomorrow. And if you're on that wavelength, thank you for being a part of this. Anyway, guys, until next time I'll be here, you'll be there. Peace.